Everybody, keep it going. Put your hands together for Chris and all the sponsors. All right, so Danny and Nadio, pleasure to meet you. Hopeful that everyone's had an opportunity to meet new people, have some meaningful conversations. Chris asked me to kick things off tonight and really set the stage. I'm going to talk a little bit about the trends in venture capital, and then I'll finish with what Verizon's doing today to really support and enable startups in the greater Boston community. All right? So as we all know, Boston innovation scene remains wicked hot. For the second consecutive year, Beantown nabbed the top spot in the Innovation That Matters rankings, narrowly edging out San Francisco's Bay Area. What are these rankings I've mentioned? They're based on a U.S. Chamber of Commerce study that examines the health of startup communities in 25 American cities and assesses their readiness to capitalize on the shift to an increasingly digital economy with a unique focus on what are referred to as next wave startups. Next wave startups are early-stage, technology-driven companies that are developing innovative solutions to some of the most complex challenges in such industries as health, energy, education, and smart cities. Because these next wave startups, also referred to as civic startups, are tackling serious problems affecting broad public interests, they are likely to represent the most monumental societal and financial wins of the coming decades and bring prosperity and economic growth to their cities. The 2017 Innovation That Matters research revealed positive developments. For example, capital is increasingly flowing into civic startups. The upsurge in next wave startup activity has been met with increased interest from investors, with nearly half of all startup investment dollars in these 25 cities now flowing into next wave companies. Between 2012 and 2016, investment in next wave companies topped $100 billion. In Boston, the startup ecosystem has become even stronger thanks to continued support from Mayor Martin Walsh, who 2 years ago worked with IBM to develop the city's Start Hub, a centralized online platform built to connect and support the greater Boston area's technology and early-stage startup community. Local economies thrive when established companies and startups collaborate, and that's why I'm here. Verizon is partnering with visionaries from just about every industry you can imagine, using technology and data to turn innovative ideas into realities. Our CEO, Lowell McAdam, recently said, "We are on the cusp of a wholly new era of tech-driven innovation, a fourth industrial revolution based on connective technologies such as IoT, next-generation robotics, artificial intelligence, VR, AR, 3D printing, nanotech, wearable technology, and autonomous vehicles. These innovations, enabled by 5G networks, are at widely varying stages of maturity and ubiquity. What they all have in common is this. All are sufficiently powerful to reshape entire industries, and all are still novel enough to be shaped by companies that have the vision and capacity to do so." In 2017, Verizon launched the industry's first LTE low-power wireless nationwide network specifically for IoT. Currently, we're looking at 8.4 billion connected things in use worldwide. That's up 31% from 2016, and by 2020 that number will nearly triple to more than 20.4 billion. Verizon networks will be central to powering that growth. For example, we're working with hospitals to make remote surgery a reality. Our network can literally enable a surgeon to operate on a patient in an emergency room on the other side of the country. Just think about what that means. With this technology, medical centers everywhere can have access to high-quality specialist care. For those of us who live in communities with traffic, pollution, and public safety problems, our Smart Cities program has already improved the lives of citizens from coast to coast. Right here in Boston, we've teamed up with the city officials and Mayor Marty Walsh's office to achieve their vision of zero fatalities from accidents involving pedestrians or cyclists using predictive data analytics to design better intersection with companies like VHB, the civil engineering firm. My call to action tonight, I invite all of you to learn more about the Verizon Innovation Program. The program is open to mid-stage innovators and startups who want to integrate the power of our 4G LTE technology on an existing wireless product or service. When you join the Innovation Program, you'll work with some of the most experienced professionals in the extended wireless community. I'd also like to extend an invitation to everyone here to our IoT open house at the Verizon Innovation Center in Waltham. Chris was kind enough to share the invite via email. There's an Eventbrite registration page. Really a great opportunity for everyone to see what's in our pipeline, some of the strategic acquisitions we've made, some of the products and services we're developing today. And also, if you're developing your own products, you guys have access to world-class engineers. We're not asking for IP. You don't even have to be a Verizon customer. We're genuinely just trying to collaborate with startup founders and companies to better support them in the local community. So I encourage you all to come if you're so inclined. Any questions? No questions about 5G? This guy, what's up? You want to pass the microphone to them?
What area do you need to capture per tower? Because I see them on buildings, I see them on mountaintops, but how far does the tower reach? Do you know?
So everything that we're doing to prepare for the commercial deployment of 5G is really acquiring fiber assets, deploying small cells. Spectrum auctions that we're participating in are going to be key assets for us moving forward. You're not going to see as many large cell sites, macro sites being built in the coming years. Everything is going to be increasingly, like I said, small cell deployment, closer to end users in urban areas. So right now we're doing testing in 11 markets across the US. We're going to be the first company to commercially deploy 5G in Sacramento, California later this year. And really, when we come to market with 5G, it's going to be fixed wireless broadband. All right, so think, if any of you have Fios in your homes today, fiber to the premise, 10 years ago, Wall Street said, man, these guys are really rolling the dice. That is a major bet that they're placing on fiber to the premise. And that bet really paid dividends because, as you guys well know, year over year, we're seeing data demands grow in large part due to the ubiquity of smartphones and video. So, with that said, the distance, we're not going to be seeing as many macro sites. It's really going to be micro, small cells in urban environments to support 5G. Anybody else? Yeah.
When is the IoT open house?
It is May 18th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at our facility on Sylvan Road, 50 Sylvan Road in Waltham. Definitely encourage you to connect with me later. I can share my business card and, like I said, get you the invite. So if we have enterprise customers in the audience today, on a day-to-day basis, I work with companies like VHB, the civil engineering firm, Barclay Water Management, on solving problems in their business using our IoT-related technology. Doble Engineering, for example. So really, the audience there, it's going to be a good group of our enterprise customers that are going to get a sneak peek, if you will, to what we're doing. And then also, like I said, startup founders, VCs that are just interested in what we're doing from a network engineering perspective. Any other questions? All right. Thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.